Good afternoon, everyone. We'll be getting started in about a minute or two while we give some time for the attendees to connect to the webinar. We'll be back shortly with everyone. Thank you for joining.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for enjoying our last webinar for 2021. Today, we are talking about tokenization and low-code platform. This is our financial shake series. Today, with my colleague Renier Fuentes, our VP Digital Solution, and me, we are talking about the two shakes, very important for us. Is Grenier, he's talking about tokenization, and me, we are talking about low-code platform. Let me show you a bit background for Veritran. It's a short video to enjoy with us.
What is speed? What does it mean to be the fastest? How quickly do we make our decisions? How does the acceleration of change impact our increasingly digital world? In this context, being fast is no longer an option. For this reason, at Veritran, we provide fast and effective business solutions in record time and with the highest quality through our low-code platform. We innovate ourselves to create the best experience we call lightning speed solutions. Veritran Enterprise Low-Code Platform.
Financial Shake Live series today is to talk the two shakes, tokenization and low-code is our exponential technology. Let me show you a bit background for our shake. It's a short video.
At Veritran, we like to shake things up. We innovate in every step and create new solutions for our clients. Blend the perfect match for your business with our Financial Shakes series. Stay digital and enjoy our shakes.
Okay, let's start today is to talk about the low-code platform. It's a perfect ingredient to talk about the exponential technology. It's a perfect blend to make a match for our journey in exponential technology to execute our digital transformation. Our shake, the low-code platform, we have 4 ingredients: time to market, secure suite, agile development, and of course, our main ingredient is people first. In our all ingredients, we are talking about the people first because when to execute our digital transformation journey, we are talking about the process, the technology, and the people. The people for us is the key driver to move forward in the digital transformation. The first ingredient, the very important for us, is time to market. Why is the faster development time to launch our digital solution if you don't need to write line code to build digital assets? Why is very important time to market? today, the whole financial industry needs to build digital assets and time to market. For this reason, we need to build digital assets using our exponential technology low code. We have features and components in our marketplace for to build apps with time to market. It's very important for the financial industry to have time to market and security suite. For us, is the main three ingredients for to create our journey. The first is time to market. The second is security. We have a collection of software utilities for in our computer for to build transaction, very secure transaction. Our company, we have 25 billion secure transactions around the world. And the third ingredient, we have agile development. For to build solutions using our local platform in our digital transformation journey, our teams use agile development for to have three components very important for to build apps: adaptation, speed, and agile development for to build software using Spring for to be flexible and to adapt all chain for to build digital assets. And the last one, obviously, for to execute all transformation, we need to have people, education people for to make transformation, and we have diversity strategy for to create tailored solution for different groups, and we need to have time to market, security, user experience, agile development, and of course, we have people first. This is our local platform shakes. Enjoy our shakes. It's very important for us. It's the exponential technology, similar artificial intelligence or big data. We need to have exponential technology for to build exponential organizations. Thank you. And right now, let me introduce my colleague, Renier Fuentes, for to talk about our next shakes, tokenizations. Give me 1 second.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Renier Fuentes, and I am the VP of Digital Solutions at Veritran. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you, Omar, for introducing Veritran and low code as an exponential technology. And I want to add a little bit to that before I dive into tokenization. Low code as an exponential technology allows us to build applications, very secure, scalable applications without having to write a single line of code, which allows us to deliver a solution, an application in record time as compared to the traditional methods. In fact, projects and solutions that usually take 1.5 years to go from concept to production. Using a local platform like Veritran's reduces that time down to 3 to 4 months to deliver an omni-channel solution, such as mobile banking, online banking, wallets, and so on. And with that, I'd like to dive into my part of the webinar today and give you guys, what's the role of tokenization in general, and why is it important? Because it's actually embedded and it's part of our local platform, which Omar just talked about, and all of those nice ingredients. Now, in tokenization, while there are many ingredients and many things that can be covered under tokenization, we like to focus on some of the highlights of some of the ingredients we've chosen for everybody as being seamless, secure, and when it comes to the experience of the user, that is a unified experience. And of course, the common ingredient across all of our shakes, if you've been following the previous webinars, it is people first, because everything we do and around our platform and the solutions that run on top of our platforms, it is all related to the experience and thinking about what was the value that people are going to get out of the solutions that are built around our platform. With that, I like to emphasize on our first ingredient, which happens to be seamless under tokenization. And with that, I just want to put some perspective here of what tokenization is, because it might mean different things for different industries or different cases. So tokenizations, for one, what it aims to do is to hide the sensitive information of a transaction, financial data, behind the token, which has no business value, and it cannot be used to derive any information related to that particular transaction, or it cannot be used to derive any sensitive information out of that token. And it can only be used from the device or the channel that it was created from. So there's some security information there that, first it checks that if it's being used from the channel that it was created from, then it travels as a token that at some point it'll hit the networks, in this case Visa, MasterCard, and then that's gets translated into the real data, and that's how the network communicates with the issuer or the bank in this case. And then the answer gets tokenized back from the network, and that's what the merchants and the end user device or channel communicates with. So and so when we say, but jumping back into the ingredient, when we say seamless, I mean it is a technology that is there, and it actually powers a lot of the experiences that we or payment experiences, which is the matter that brings us to the table today. It really runs a lot of the payment experiences that we execute today, and we don't even realize it. So that's what we want to emphasize on being seamless, because many people use it today and they don't even realize that they're actually using it, and it's really making payment technology opening up the space for IoT devices, for example, and other payment cases that people don't even realize they're using it, but it is there and is powering those experiences, and in the process is making those experiences a lot more secure, especially when it comes to e-commerce, which is one of the points I'll discuss in a minute. But and that'll bring us to our next point, which is security, right? So tokenization, by nature, the first attempt to put it or the main role when it came into the payment interest, it was not only to make it seamless and to provide a better experience, which is the next ingredient, but we'll focus on security now. The main concern was, how do we make things happen while maintaining security? So again, the datagrams and cryptography embedded into the tokens, it's what powers this, because again, going back to the basics of the token, which I just spoke about, the token doesn't have any business value, and it cannot be used to derive any sensitive information. So by concept, it is very secure to perform a transaction by using a token, as opposed to sending all of your card data across the network without, well, it's encrypted and all that. And then there's another benefit here of using tokenization, which is the computational power that's required to process a transaction that travels with the sensitive information that's being encrypted. So you have to encrypt that information, and even then it could be intercepted at some point, and it could be decrypted. It's not easy, but it could happen. And the reason why we got to tokenization is because we wanted something more secure and at the same time lighter on computational needs. Because tokenization, while it can and it actually travels encrypted, it's a lot lighter, and it's not necessarily required because again, the token doesn't really have any business value or cannot be used to derive the information, the sensitive information that they protect. So it is completely random. It doesn't have it behaves just like a card number, but it doesn't have any relation to the actual card number that they protect or financial data that they protect. It's just a completely random number that looks like a card, but it's not really like a card number, but it's not really a card number, and it doesn't contain any formula, cannot be used to derive that the real data information. And with that, one of the key components when it comes to tokenizations, and I want to emphasize here on e-commerce, which is one of the 62% of the shopping carts get abandoned because of the bad experience that they get out of the shopping experience. And the reason is, when you go to e-commerce site A, B, and C, out of all three, you get different payment experiences. While the shopping experience is going to be different because they're going to have different products, they're going to have a different branding, look and feel. The payment experience at some point, ideally, would have to be the same across the networks, whether you're using a Visa or a MasterCard or American Express or Discover or any other network. That payment experience, nobody likes to pay. Honestly, I mean, people pay because they have to, otherwise they don't get what they really want. But if we can embed that payment experience into the shopping experience and make it part of that, only one experience, it's a lot nicer and people are more inclined to actually complete the purchase. And that's where tokenization comes into play in allowing the payment experience to be embedded, and not only into the card present situations where now we can add our cards and our payment information into a digital wallet, and we can use our phones to do contactless payments, or we could use our watch to make that payment, which is nice. But e-commerce was a different story. So tokenization came right in to fix that problem, not only to make it secure, which we just talked about, but to provide, and they're calling it SRC, Secure Remote Commerce, not only to provide that security and the seamless experience, but also to make that experience unified across any merchant e-commerce site and across any payment networks. So doesn't matter if you go to a Walmart, Target, it doesn't matter. You're gonna start finding your products, you're gonna select whatever product you wanna buy, and the experience, the payment experience at the end of those is gonna be exactly the same. Doesn't matter which network you're using to pay, Visa, MasterCard in this case, or which merchant you're using the Walmart, Target, or Amazon example here. So in order to get to that level of experience for this payment for customers to complete a purchase of something they did online, something needed to happen for the user not to have to add all of their payment details inside of every e-commerce site. For once, it was insecure, and again, all the card information gets exposed. Then the merchants need to be PCI compliant or hire a company that can process their payment that are PCI compliant. So a lot of burden was put on the merchants, and a lot of fraud and really bad experiences at the end of the day when the customers came to an online site. And in fact, I just mentioned 62% of the shopping carts were abandoned during an e-commerce. So tokenization came in to unify this experience, and now it doesn't matter site A, site B, or site C. They're gonna start shopping around. they're gonna, for once, the merchants are gonna, they don't no longer have that burden of compliance because they're not storing sensitive card information. They're actually storing a token that, again, cannot be used to derive the sensitive information that they protect, and it doesn't have any business value. So, and cannot be used outside of the channel or device that they were created for. So when you put all of this together, now we increase the security, which again is all seamless, and we've taken the user experience from a disaster, which is it's how it was a year ago, and in some of the places is still that way, but a lot faster than, especially after COVID-19, a lot of merchants are pushing into moving into this SRC bandwagon, which is get on the tokenization, make sure that the user's payment information gets shared across any merchant, regardless of their network, and where they can have the same unique payment experience any merchant or site that they're purchasing from, like, while protecting that payment information, sensitive payment information, and maintaining, that seamless experience across any of those merchants. And just to coming to an end here, people first. This is the common ingredient across all of our shakes. We have to put people at the center of everything, because at the end of the day, they're the ones who are going to be using the solutions that we create using our local platform. They're the ones who get to to that last mile of using the experiences or the payment tools that are powered by tokenization. So we need to make sure that the technology and the solutions that we create for the market are people friendly, and we have that vision and we have that focus in mind. That everything we do, it's always around the experience that the people and the that feeling that they're going to get after using this product. And the idea is to enhance their quality of life by simplifying the experience, in this case when they're going to make a payment. So again, many or 80% of the people out there that say they use a particular technology or a digital wallet or anything because it's convenient. So if we can make everything convenient for people want to achieve certain tasks with the least amount of effort, especially paying for something. Again, people don't like paying for things, but if we can embed that payment experience inside of the rest of the experience, which goes by seamless, they're more likely to finish that purchase and to get that rewarding feeling that, hey, I accomplished this with the most amount of convenience or the least amount of effort on my part. And with that, I want to thank everyone. I know we have only 30 minutes, and we want to make sure we leave about 5 to 10 minutes for any questions that anybody might have in the Q&A session here. We'll be happy to answer. And I'd like to pass it back to Omar for closing remarks while we wait for any questions that might come up during the chat window.
Thank you, Renier.
We have one question which I like to answer, and the question is Veritran certified by the networks to facilitate tokenization? And the answer is yes. We're certified by Visa and MasterCard to facilitate, not only because and let me go back one step here. We create digital wallets, white label wallets for financial institutions to have their own branded wallet. But not only we create the technology for a digital wallet, white label wallet, using our local platform, which is very, very easy to integrate to the bank's existing systems and provide the bank's own experience through a digital wallet, whether that is a standalone wallet or part of their existing applications. But our technology also comes certified to and ready by the networks to provide contactless payments. And not only that, we're able to enable issuers who have existing credit cards, debit cards, or prepaid cards out there to digitize or tokenize their existing cards on the OEM wallets. What are OEM wallets? The Apple Pay, Samsung Pay. So we can enable issuers to do that as well, or use our own white label wallet and have it ready for contactless payments. All right. With that, I don't see any other questions here in the Q&A session. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. We'll be closing out the webinar in a couple of minutes. Feel free to answer any other question, to ask any other question. I'm sorry, and we'll be happy to answer. If there are no other questions, again, we'd like to thank everyone, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the afternoon.